To my dear moral son, Stefano Breccia, I wish that the eternal light of God shines over him forever. Bruno. Well, so there was a history of contacts between a group of aliens and a group of Italian people. Amicizia found a name for his friends from outside because typically these men were not using proper nouns. And so he named them W56. W means double victory. In Italian, the letter W is read double V. So it is V plus V. And 56 has been the year when this experience began for him. The language of this gentleman does not make use of nouns. Their grammar is totally different from the grammars we know, and so they do not use either common nouns nor proper nouns. So the W56 has been a name that they received by Amicizia. Anyway, they were remembering that in very remote past, over this earth, they had been called Acri. I have made some research and found that in Sanskrit, that word that you see there is pronounced Acri and means the sage old ones. In the same way, in hieroglyphs, so ancient Egyptian, that name has the same pronunciation and the same meaning. Just because of the Egyptian grammar, as it is a plural, it is read acriu. The W56 are a confederation of different people coming from almost all the universe we know. They come here for many reasons. One of the most important ones is that to them, Earth has a mystical meaning. They maintain that our planet has been one among the only 50 planets in our galaxy where life has been born. Just imagine how many billions of stars there are in our galaxy, how many billions of planets are there. Well, only in 50 planets, they maintain, life has been born. Our Earth has been one of these 50 planets, and therefore it has a mystical meaning to them. Moreover, they were stating that our planet is one among the most beautiful all over the universe, and we can't but agree, of course. From a logistical point of view, they were living inside underground bases. To them, it was an extremely easy job to build an underground base. They were needing roughly half an hour to do so, and just a matter of seconds to destroy it. But as many among them were totally human-like, they were living among us, within our society, often holding high-level positions inside it. So I would not be surprised if, in this moment, one of our friends sits among you. Nobody would recognize him. It is not a joke. It happened a lot of times. Well, they had one big, extremely large base in the center of Italy, It was some 20 kilometers under the surface, but of course they had a lot of smaller bases at lower depths. The large base went from, roughly speaking, Rimini down to Ortona, that is, say, 200 kilometers in length. From the center of Italy to the center of the Adriatic Sea, some 100 kilometers or so, and the roof was 300 meters. To the point that inside such a huge structure, there were meteorological conditions, and very often it was raining inside because of the huge amount of air that was contained. Who knows why? I do not know why. Italy has been chosen by them as their reference country, so that all of them were speaking Italian, often making funny mistakes, but anyway, they were speaking Italian. Later on, we will see some of their speech. Of course, there were other bases in the other countries they were interested in. So France, Switzerland, Germany, and so on. Their master in Italy was a man 3.5 meters tall, named Din Pietro. This image is a Polaroid photo and shows Din Pietro appearing via some kind of remote control on the back of one of the Italian members of Amicizia. As you may see, he is roughly 3.5 meters tall. Nevertheless, even being as huge as that, he was often walking our streets without too many problems. Din Pietro, indeed, was very fond of our way of living, and I should say the ancestral Italian way of living. Okay, as I was telling before, as strange as it may look, he was used to drive a white and blue Citroën DS. With the front left seat missing, he was sitting directly on the back, of course. He liked very much our food and drinks, especially red wines, and he was used to smoke cigars. I said that he was very fond of the ancestral Italian way of living. For instance, a habit which nowadays no longer exists in Italy was to drink wine directly from the bottle this way. He liked to drink wine this way. Another strange thing, by the way, there is no music. There should be a music passage in here.